What's up, everybody? Time for a video here. Be delivering to U.S. Foods in Corona, California. We're currently on I-15 heading southbound through the Eastvale area of Riverside County. We're less than 10 miles away from the receiver. The receiver's going to be just a couple exits, short distance south of the 91 freeway. And I'm not too far south of the 60 freeway at the moment. For those of you guys who might need a little help figuring out where Corona is. Corona's in western Riverside County, pretty close to the Orange County line. Right where Riverside and Orange County meet up. Off of the 91 freeway. It's for the most part on the west side of I-15. I guess this guy's going to camp out there, and he's too close for me to want to move back over. Alright, anyway, this is that load of pork that I picked up from the Smithfield pork load that I picked up in Edwardsville, Kansas. I don't know if it's the very first throughout, but I know at least for the planning area in question, it's the first, the first combined Hirschbach / JCT load ever, and a lot of eyes have been on this load. I was asked more than one time how things are going, where I'm at, and all that, or I sent an email updates where I was at, and the planner, the weekday planner for this load is even thanking me for kicking ass on it. Like, it really wasn't even that hard at all. Let me slide over. I'm not supposed to be hanging out in that lane unless I'm passing somebody. It's only 3 lanes like that. You're supposed to stay in the right lane in California. I'm not in a hurry anyway. It's my appointment time's at 8:30. It's barely 7:28, and it's not going to take very long before I get over there. Anyway, I guess there were a lot of people on weather delays with their loads over the weekend because of the snow in the Flagstaff area, which I actually went through. It really wasn't that bad to me. I'm not going to say I didn't get snowed on hard. Now's not a good time to be calling me either, wife. Alright, anyway, when I got to, I was considering going down to Las Cruces and taking I-10 across because of expectations of snow in Arizona on I-40, but by the time I was ready to get on I-40, I had noticed that the weather and road conditions along 40 were actually better than I was expecting them previously to be. So I went ahead and went across 40. And when I got into Arizona, I was already past Lupton, and I would say somewhere not far from Houck, which is only about 10-15 miles west of Lupton, or Lupton would be where the New Mexico border is. It started snowing, or sleeting, or whatever the hell it was. It wasn't really sticking to the road, but it started to snow there, I guess I would call it, and then it went away. Then I go further down the road, and it started snowing again, and then it goes away again, and then as I get closer to, was that? I can't remember if I was at Holbrook yet, or somewhere by Holbrook or Winslow, I don't know. It started to snow really good. A lot of thick flakes where it was limiting my visibility. Arizona DOT, they did an amazing job of keeping roads in good shape, though. They had plows out there working, and the road was, considering how hard it was snowing, the slow lane, you could completely see the entire road surface pretty much, and then there was only a thin coat in the fast lane. So, I mean, it was in really good shape overall. So I was quite happy. I was able to get through there pretty easily. I know we had other drivers, though, who were stopping for the weather. Some people are getting a little bit nervous when they're driving on snowy roads. Not a problem at all to me. It's just, you know, just be a little more cautious and don't make sudden movements. Yeah, don't make sudden movements in any direction. Don't make them left, don't make them right, don't make them slow down, don't make them speed up. So just be gentle in every way and you shouldn't have any real problems. I also have as well balanced the load as you can too. That always helps too. I got Hidden Valley Parkway here. We're going to be coming up on the 91 freeway next. And this is going to be my first time coming to this particular receiver. I need to slide over because I am not going to get forced onto the 91 freeway. I don't care if this pickup driver doesn't like it. Alright, so I have been to other U.S. foods facilities before, and from what I read on the Google reviews for this customer, it sounds like it's status quo as far as what to expect from a U.S. Foods. Park out on the street, walk up to the guard shack and check in, and they'll basically tell you when to dock in. Of course, my foot like it is, yeah, not going to be too happy about that part. Well, they say park in the middle of the street, basically on the. It's on kind of a dead-end street off Magnolia Avenue. Magnolia Avenue is the one we're going to get off at here on off of the 15. It's only maybe one or two exits down from the 91 freeway, something like that. Magnolia is a major road in Riverside. It actually goes right over toward downtown Riverside. It's a long road. It's been a while since I've regularly driven around in Riverside. I actually took a lot of college classes at Riverside when I was working at March Air Reserve Base, and yeah, I used to do a lot in Riverside, just lunch breaks or whatever else. So, but it's been long enough now where I'm forgetting where Magnolia even ends up. But they always down there by downtown Riverside. They always sound. What day is it? Wednesdays? I can't remember if it's Wednesdays or something else, but they always have slide over. Because Magnolia is coming right up here, the very first exit. And as soon as this car gets by me, I will slide over. We'll stay left because I need to make a left. I assume there's going to be two turn lanes up here, but yeah, there are. I can already see it. I just got to figure out which one leads to the outer left turn lane. Looks like this. Yeah, from what I can best tell, this lane does take me to the outer turn lane, so we're good. Or, wait, no. I need to slide over one more. Alright. Yeah, I do have that ongoing foot problem. Brendan Kelly, you asked me how my foot was doing. Said something about Arkansas. It might have been from when my foot was having issues or something when I was still over there. It's still bothering me quite a bit. Hard to walk, and I'm actually going to be going to the doctor and getting it x-rayed and all that after I'm done with this load. I'm going to go home and I already put in, let them know I need the afternoon so I can slide over here. I'm not interested in getting on the freeway. Do I need that one? No, that turns into a right turn only. Okay. Come on, you fucking thing. I'm trying to change my zoom level and orientation on my map. Let's double check how close I am. Because I know it's right up here on the right side. It's going to be one of these lights up here. What's that street up there now? Oh, Sherborne. Yeah, that's the very next light is Sherborne. That's the one I'm going to be turning on. And US Foods will be on the left side of the street. Alright, anyway, yeah, I don't know if it's just plantar fasciitis or if I have a stress fracture or something, because I have had stress fractures in my feet before, so wouldn't surprise me if that's what it is. Alright, so right up here on, yeah, you can see US Foods straight ahead. And I'm gonna come on over here into the middle lane. We'll stay clear here. It's I don't know if there's, is this a dead end street? Yeah, it is. It's a bit of a way to walk there with the way my foot is, but from my best understanding, this is where I need to park and check in. Don't know if these guys are going to end up going pulling forward or what. Double check where the guard shack is first. Okay, guys. Yeah, this silver car coming up here. I already turned in my bills to the lady over by the guard shack. She says I can go ahead and bring my truck up and check in. And she'll get me checked in. My foot is killing me. Alright, slow speed here, so. And she also asked me to let the other drivers here know they could all check in as well. This guy right here I'm getting ready to pass by, I guess his appointment's not until 11, so he's not in a real big hurry or something. But the other two guys are checking in now. Okay, so all the doors are going to be on the right side here. It's basically going to be a blind side. From what I can best tell, it looks like it's wide enough here where you can get turned around though pretty easily. I can't. I didn't get a look though because I never even made it to the end of the wall before the guard came over and took my bills, told me to go ahead and get my truck and come on up and all that.
the VIN number out here, huh?
Yeah, actually, it was over here. It's GD354494. Yeah, there's nobody on the side. It's GD 354. I don't read the names or remember it. Stuff like that. I deal with
That's
it.
very good.
I deal with that enough. No, that's let's see. Yeah, I know I have it on here somewhere.
Yeah, it has to be here somewhere.
It's on the side. I think it's on the right side of my truck, actually.
That's fine. You gave me the number, right?
Well,
Yeah, it's right here. This
yeah, I'm certain that's right. Yeah.
5, GD 3494. Right on. Thank you.
Yeah, have a good day.
Thank you.
Alright guys, we're going to be we're going to dock into door 10, which is right about by where Stevens is pulling out of right now. And I'm going to stay over here. Watch out for this guy. Okay, there's should be a good enough room here for a straight back. As long as I'm not too close to this Gill Brothers driver. No, it's actually there's some day cabs over here on the other side of me, so I'll have to do a U-turn setup. So come over here by door 9. Ooh, this can actually be a little bit of a challenge here with U-turn because I'm not in a Freightliner, so my truck doesn't turn quite as well. Come over this way. So about the end of door 8 is visible. I'm going to get my doors open. Let's back up hard left. Let the trailer work its way in there on its own now. A little late, I think. Yeah, I'm a little late, but that's alright. I still got a bit of snow accumulation on my windows. I'm going to be a little... like getting to square up with the trailer, I think. Yeah, a little bit off. Slide over this way just a tad. Sun coming in on that other mirror is making it hard for me to clearly tell where I'm at in relation to the center of the door. Looks like we got a winner there. Okay, now we're going to go turn our paperwork in at door 26, which is where that extension is at that you might have seen as I was coming in. And they're also going to want your VIN number. So if you have that memorized, great, and the seal number too. Alright guys, we're almost done here. It's currently 12:10 in the afternoon, so a little on the slow side here, but it's alright. And won't be able to leave just yet because I have a OS&D I'm going to have to report. I have one case that appears to be bacon on the BOL that is damaged and was put back on the trailer. So if I take pictures of it, send it into my OS&D people, get disposition on it. Since it's damaged, they'll probably just tell me to go ahead and discard it, but we'll find out after we get through doing the claim. Alright guys, we're all done here. I had to wait a bit here, I think mainly because the OS&D person who was handling it went to lunch, but also because this is a new situation here with Hirschbach / JCT combined, created uncertainty about how Hirschbach wanted it handled, because the JCT OS&D people are used to how JCT does it, which is on this kind of a situation where it's just one damaged case, they'll just say go ahead and dispose of it or keep it for your personal use, whatever. But with Hirschbach being in control here of this one, it's there's some learning curves, so ouch. See, I think I said I need this. Alright guys, see, I don't think we'll be able to leave here until these guys pull forward though. Not sure what this other guy's doing. Ah, there we go. Alright, so it was a little bit on the pricey side for the lumper fee. $465 for 22 pallets. I had a base fee of I think $225 or something like that, and then it was an extra $75 for double stacked, and another $150 more for restacking. And for the restacking part, a lot of people don't understand what that part means. When you see that, it doesn't mean that there's not like there are any issues with the load when it came out of your trailer, not like you mishandled it or anything. What it means is basically, yeah, and I've explained this to people when my experience is actually lumping my own load before. You might have a pallet with like 10 different line items on the same pallet, and when it comes off your trailer, it has to go on to separate. Every line item has to go onto its own set of pallets. So, like I say, you could have a single 8-foot high pallet, but then you might end up breaking it down into 10 different pallets of, like one stack of the product, just one case high on each pallet. And it could be like six cases on a pallet, 8 cases, whatever, depending on what the item is and how that particular distributor actually, I think, ships stuff out to its receivers and all that. I'm not really sure on the more fine details of that, but I haven't lumped my own load before. I actually understand why they do that. It's not, it's a pain in the ass, to put it simply. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end this one here in a second. We're going to get back on 15 northbound, and I'm going to head back to my house and get this foot looked at. I'm a little bit annoyed with how long it took to get out of here just because of the foot. Otherwise, it wouldn't have bothered me at all. detention pay. I don't need to be worried about it. So, alright, don't know what I'll be doing next. We'll probably give you guys an update on my foot whenever I do my next pickup, alright? It's, listen, I don't really plan to be out very long. The rest of today, maybe take tomorrow off or something, because I noticed staying off my foot, I think does help. So, might just need a little bit of rest. Well, we'll see how it goes. That said, we'll see you all on the next one, alright? You guys all have a great day, and see you on my next video.